2020 saw the world grappled with the outbreak of COVID-19. This was the crisis of our generation. While Singapore had prepared and stepped up our health and border controls even before the first COVID-19 case was detected in January 2020, we were still overwhelmed by what was to come next. When the outbreak was declared a pandemic, ICA officers had to adapt quickly to implement and enforce new border control measures, which were constantly evolving. ICA also had to undertake new roles such as the issuance of stay-home notice, SHN, and the enforcement of the SHN regime. We also adapted quickly, utilizing existing technology to tackle these COVID challenges. Within 3 weeks, ICA incorporated the electronic health declaration card into our SG Arrival card in March 2020. This allowed travellers to submit and declare relevant information and be notified of their SHN requirements prior to their arrival in Singapore. COVID-19 also saw countries rushing to close their borders. On 18 March 2020, Malaysia declared a MCO, the Movement Control Order, including the closing of our land borders with them. Just hours before the Malaysia's MCO kicked in, many rushed to cross the land borders, leading to severe congestion at the Woodlands and Tuas checkpoints. This was the first time since our independence that the causeway was closed. Like all Singaporeans, I'm worried about how COVID-19 will impact Singapore and my family. But I know that as an ICA officer, I have the added responsibility to safeguard our borders and keep Singapore safe.
Hey Dad, I'm home. What are you watching?
ICA aims to complete its digital transformation by the end of 2021.
Isn't this great? It'll be so convenient for everyone.
Definitely. So, how's work today?
Great. Still learning a lot of things, especially during this pandemic.
I still don't understand why you want to join ICA, especially during this period of COVID-19. Do you know the risks you are taking?
But Dad, how can I not serve the nation, especially at a crucial time like this?
Leisure travelling may have come to a halt, but we have to keep our borders open for essential travels and supplies. We worked round the clock to ensure essential supplies, such as medical supplies, fresh produce, and daily necessities, continue to enter our borders. Besides conducting border security operations, our officers also worked selflessly at the front lines to facilitate the safe return of residents, reuniting them with their families in Singapore.
Yes, our roles have expanded and evolved during this pandemic. But Dad, it is really inspiring to see my colleagues standing up to serve willingly. I was also encouraged by ICA's efforts in facilitating safer access of our services, like allowing travellers to use automated clearance at our checkpoints, as well as letting residents transact online with ICA. I'm really proud to be part of ICA, especially in moments like this.
I'm glad that my girl has finally found her passion. I'm so proud of you.
As guardians of our borders, it is our responsibility to keep everyone in Singapore safe. And like my colleagues used to remind me, we protect more than just a line on a map. We continue to work above and beyond our call of duty to tackle this pandemic, realizing our efforts to transform checkpoint operations and the way our services are delivered to the public. I, myself, had witnessed how our officers rose to the challenges to take up new and additional tasks. I've also taken my jab. With us vaccinated, we are more than ready to protect our borders. I'm confident we can overcome this pandemic and Singapore will emerge stronger from this crisis. We are all standing in solidarity, fighting this battle as one.
ICA officers, let's get up and be ready. Let's go!